I founded a telematics company based out of Ireland. Our customers all had similar problems around insurance premiums increasing, and it was really from there that the light bulb went off, was that if we could look deeper into the data that was being produced from these vehicles, how could we provide more visibility to what happened around an accident, which was really how Xtract came about. What we learned was when an accident happens, it's not just vehicle data that's important. It's information from the driver, from witnesses, from everybody involved. So over time, the product has evolved into a full suite of different solutions around automatically detecting a crash using the data from the vehicle, to different parties involved providing their information through a digital journey, and then bringing everything together in a platform. The user, the fleet manager, or the insurance claims handler has a 360 picture of what happened in an accident. When it comes to claims, it's very much a he said, she said, unless you've got real evidence. And that's what the data from the vehicle really gives us, this subjective evidence that shows that the vehicle is driving at this speed, it was hit at this force, at this side, in this road. So when you take that data from the vehicle as well as the statement from the driver, and it all matches up, then you know you've got the perfect evidence to then process the claim. We integrate with the existing devices that are already in the vehicles, and that's our USP, is that kind of ability to normalize the data from any source so that our users don't have to worry about who the provider is or where it comes from. When we started looking at the data coming from these vehicles, we learned that that data was not really making its way into the claims function, and the reason being is that it's in its raw format, it's very hard to digest. So what we built was a layer that could take this raw information, standardize it into a format that our system can understand, and then create an interface so that regardless of what source or where it came from, a user is able to see the information and a recreation of the accident. We entered the program to really give us access to the connected vehicle ecosystem in the UK, get access to the OEMs so that we can start putting the steps in place in order to enable our platform to work with data directly from the OEMs. So what we did with Smart Mobility Living Lab was using one of their connected vehicles to drive around the streets of London in different environments, capturing very detailed granular telemetry data from all the sensors in the vehicle, such as the cameras, the LiDARs, and the embedded telematics devices, to really get a full picture of the kind of sensor data that will be available from a connected autonomous vehicle. There's so much rich data coming from the vehicle. The idea is that we can leverage that to really paint a picture as to what happened if the vehicle is in an accident, and then use that data in an insurance claim to be able to defend the vehicle manufacturer or else the fleet manager as to what actually happened in the accident, and to prove who was at fault or non-fault. We were able to drive the vehicles in different environments, whether it's motorways or whether it's city, producing raw information that we were then able to feed back into our models to improve the analysis, which is really what we need to further commercialize our solution in the markets. So all the data that's been captured at the end of the testing has given us a wealth of information around what happened around the accident. We're normally used to seeing very minimal information around an incident. Now we have video footage, we've got CCTV footage, we've got LiDAR imagery. This wealth of information, has really kind of showed us what the future could look like in terms of insights around what happens at an accident, and it's been really exciting to see it. Being on the CAM Scale-Up program has opened up new opportunities to us and brought us into companies and people that we wouldn't have had the opportunity to speak with in the past. And one, for example, is the TRL, Accident Investigators. We worked with them and really picked their brains around how an accident is forensically investigated, and we took them insights and feed them back into our platform. And also introductions as well to other partners within the CAM Scale-Up ecosystem. It was a small company. It's about building out your network. It's about trying to get in the door of the right places, speak to the right people. So your network is so valuable, and this program has really just accelerated that. It's brought us into these companies, these partners, which has been massively valuable. It's really validated what we're doing by getting in front of these minds and kind of speaking to people who are experts in this industry. We've learned that we are in the right place, doing the right things at the right time. So that's been hugely beneficial for us to kind of have that validation from the industry. We're really at the start of this journey, and it's exciting what lies ahead. People's minds are now being focused on how do we use this data, how do we analyze this data, and what are the insights and the use cases that we can derive from it. We've put in the years in the past building the product, getting it commercially ready, having it ready for production, and we're now at this wave basically where this vehicle data is about to take off, and Xtract is well positioned to capitalize.